Sundari at the Taste of Love Tantra Festival in Byron Bay. I'm here now with Xavier and Issia, who are presenters at the festival. They've just finished teaching a workshop on the God and Goddess within. Welcome. Thank you so much for making the time.
Thank you for having us.
So I know you've just come straight out of your workshop, the God and Goddess within. Could you just speak to that a little bit for me? I'd love to hear about what your project is and what your passion is.
Well, we've realized that we've experienced for ourselves that the divine is in ourselves, and when we embody this divine, both of us, miracles happen on the outside world.
Oh, like what?
So, like for example, when you are in love, everything is fine. You are lucky, people are happy with you, everything goes well when you're in love. When you're out of love, everything goes wrong. So we are cultivating this unconditional love that starts from within and then gets reflected on the outside. So we have some practical exercise that we do because of course the world is what it is, and sometimes we get contradictions and we get hurt, and it's hard to stay in love in this world where duality exists, where there's the good and the bad, and we get hurt and there's pain. So we are practicing this every day, and we have set up some little practice exercise that we like to share to remember, reconnect with the divine itself, and then shifting this outside reality that just hurt us, connecting with the divine inside, feeling the divine, the beauty, the magic, and then reopening our eyes and watch everything change.
Amazing. Well, I guess you are divine reflections of one another, and I'm curious about this because you spoke at the introduction about being beloveds or sacred in a sacred relationship. Is that accurate? Would you call yourselves that?
Yes.
Yes.
So I'm curious, had you both found this sense of being in love with the beloved within yourselves before you met, or is it something you've been journeying with since you met?
It's something that each of us have been preparing on our individual paths for about 7 years. A lot of deep inner work of self-transformation, of self-love, self-empowerment, going deep into shadow work and really finding that space of being, how do I completely love myself and come to that place and then be ready to invite and welcome in another divine reflection to share that journey with. So yeah, it's interesting that each of us that's been a priority for each of us 7 years prior to us meeting. And we have been on this journey now for a little over a year together, and it's just accelerating our growths, our individual growths, and our outer love is being amplified tenfold.
We do a lot of inner work by ourselves. Our relationship is based off I am a complete human being, I have an inner feminine inside me, and I don't need anyone. She's doing the same work. She has an inner masculine and she doesn't need anything. Compared to in the past where I was getting something from the feminine because I needed something and I was not so in touch with my inner feminine and I needed my partner to give me what I needed. This is leading to codependency relationship, which leads into a drama usually after a year or two of when the honeymoon phase is based. Now we've been working on our own inner path where I am everything, I work on everything, my ego gets smashed every day, I am surrendering, I'm dying every day, and being born, reborn as a phoenix in pure ecstatic bliss every day. Each time to a higher and higher and higher level. And that's what I'm offering to my beloved. We're only offering to each other.
I totally get that, and I totally see that, and I totally understand that from my own journey as well. It's really beautiful.
There is a really big piece about the adoration too.
Tell me about that.
The adoration of the divine. I see in her the goddess. I see past the temporary pain, trauma, emotional craziness. I see the divine in her. And this is a practice. I get triggered too, I get angry, and my practice is, whoa, come back to myself, find the divine inside me, adore this divine, reopen my eyes, see the divine in her, and honor her, respect her, love her. She is the reflection of the goddess, of the trees, of the planet, of the goddess inside me. So, yeah, there is a big piece with adoring each other, honoring each other, supporting each other, and remember that's what we can do. The more I support her, the more she's flourishing and opening. The more she wants to support me, the more I'm flourishing and empowered and happy. And it's just going up and up and up and up and up.
I just blossoming as you're talking.
And my lessons of surrendering and receiving and allowing myself to be more vulnerable and sensitive has been a big journey for me in my independent, I don't need anyone, fuck off, it's way easier without you. All of these unhealthy feminine traits that I am still working on embodying more and more of how do we dance this dance of the inner feminine, masculine archetypes in a way that's honoring my highest potential and his highest potential and holding that space even in the triggers and the challenges of reflecting that divinity back to one another.
I've got one more question for you both, and I'm just so grateful because everything you share is so luscious and delicious and heart-opening and beautiful. Is there one thing that you would say has been most helpful when the shit hits the fan? I'm asking actually personally as well as for everyone else who's going to watch this. Because, you know, I know for me, despite having walked this path and done all this work, shit comes up, the wounds get triggered, the shadow rises. What have you found to be most useful tool, technique, practice in that moment?
Watch myself. Acknowledge that I have a lot of anger inside me and that I need to put all my strength into taking this anger not on the person who triggered me and letting it go in a way that doesn't hurt anyone. And then I can see clearly. It takes the form of going outside and beating the ground, beating pillows, screaming, going underwater and screaming at the moon in a way that doesn't hurt anyone. Just let the pressure come out, because the pressure comes from past wounds. It's an accumulation of non-expressed emotion, of non-expressed pain that just get triggered now, and it's not fair to get her cope with 20 years of trauma just because she stepped on my toes. So it takes a lot of strength because it looks like it's all her fault. I look like I'm all her fault, but it takes express our real emotion in a way that doesn't hurt anyone. And you?
For me, is to keep showing up, even when it hurts, to allow myself to find the courage to keep feeling. I have past patterns of disassociating. The body has so many ways of, my other one is shutting down or running away or checking out, either physically, energetically, whatever. We all have these ways to self-protective mechanisms of checking out. So it's how can I continue to show up even when it hurts, to stay in my body, to stay present, and to give permission to whatever I'm feeling, remembering that all is love. My anger is love. My pain is love. Everything is welcome. You know, enough of this suppressing or this is, I don't want to feel shit, or this is a bad emotion, and I only want the good one, or all of these labels, going beyond to remember that everything that I'm feeling is a key and a tool to help lead me to something else. every part of the shadow or the pain or the frustration or any of the triggers are always a key, a portal for me to transform and transmute back into love. Every piece is just, I've forgotten. So it's just giving me that pain as a reminder to connect me back to source again, to remember that I am love, and I just forgot. So I feel that we're all here, part of this reawakening, this remembering, this Isis impulse that I feel so strongly with is just remembering. And then we remember, and then we forget again. And then, oh, I'm not gonna forget this time. I really got it. It's like so here. And then we slip back in again. But slowly, this is a long, dark sleep we're coming out of. So slowly, we're remembering faster, and we're not just remembering here. We're remembering here. We're remembering in every cell, which is reawakening and activating, and together the collective is holding this resonance that's pulsating and vibrating and elevating, and together, we rise higher and higher. So just holding that remembrance, even in the shit, that it's all divine and it's all perfect.
I think that's a great place for us to finish. So thank you both so very much for sharing.
Thank you.
Your hearts, your wisdom, your experience, and love.
Bless you, baby. Thank you. Thank you so much for watching. Join me, Shakti Sundari, on our next Heart to Heart.